Right, let me straighten you up a little bit there. Right, yeah, good morning everybody. Welcome to Total Fitness Saturday. And today's routine is called the Zoo. We will be doing a lot of animal-based movements today, a lot of which are body weight and very much dependent on mobility. This routine, more than any, splits the room. It's proper Marmite. Some people hate it, and it's usually those with poorer mobility who tend to hate it and find it really tough. Some people say it's the hardest one of the lot. Other people will say it's literally the easiest one. It's that different for different people. But mobility is important. And what I will say is the more time, the more cycles you do, obviously we work a lot on mobility and range and strength in range. You should find this more than any other easier the more times you do it. On the plus side, there's a lot of quick changes. You're working to time, so you're not struggling for reps. You're just doing what you can do in the time, okay? So, make of it what you will. Try and improve each time you do it. Right, let's get warmed up. All you need to make workouts is a set of light hand weights and very good. Most of it is body weight. Right, okay. The gecko and the gorilla. The gorilla by far is the hardest of the three, I think. Okay. The first one, really, the crane, all about just getting the hips stretched and working to a full range there, while keeping arms overhead, which is very tough for a lot of people. So you don't necessarily need to hold dumbbells. It just adds a little something to it. If you want to do that, you can. So the crane. Get the dumbbells up above your head, press them to the ceiling, then you're going to take a big step back as far as you can, drop that knee, big step back, drop that knee, first couple, so you're just opening up the canvas of the body, yes, and there, drop, back, drop, back. So you can have your hands weight free, you don't need dumbbells. If you want to have them, that's fine. Right, geckos, so slow and controlled, so you get your feet and hands in line, and you're going to squeeze your obliques and bring the knee into the elbow. So, like this position, so your balance not here, there, you're going to bring that knee in, right and tight into that arm there, under control, then this one, back, then this one, almost like you're on your toes, okay, deliberately squeeze the obliques, okay, so it's a slow, controlled exercise. And then number 3, doing gorilla squat thrust, much more physically demanding. Now your dumbbells will actually assist you on this. Okay, so you can either be on your knuckles, okay, your dumbbells will raise you up a little bit and just give you a bit of assistance. So you're coming in, there, back, little push back in the hips, in, push back, in, push back. Okay, so the aim is you're trying to get your hands, your feet right up to where your hands are. That's really difficult. Again, if you haven't got great hip ability, you're going to struggle. It's going to feel awkward, it's going to feel nice. But just try and do what you can do, get as close as you can. So from the sides there, push back, in, push back, in, push back, in. Okay? If you can't get your hands that close, just for the sake, get as close as you can. Okay? It doesn't matter, as long as you're trying to improve. Just throughout this little circuit, you may see an improvement. Okay, just from like the warm-up as well. We're always trying to free up the hips. Together with total mobility, it's the ideal combination. You will see improvement. Free the hips, free the rest of your body. It's that simple. So the more you hate it, the more you dislike it, I'm sorry, it probably means you need to do more of it. More hip mobility. Right, okay, so let's get started then. So, 3 rounds. Very good. Remember, In a lot of the others, right? Your next three. Morning, Steve. Your next three is the jump, the worm, the cobra. So, the duck. Now, hopefully that first circuit's covered this again. I know not everyone's a big fan of this. You can do an isometric duck if you want to stay where you are. So what we're going to do is go down to a deep squat. Okay, deep as you can. He's sitting into this gap. Okay, run the knees out. Good morning. And then you're going to go for a little walk. Waddle, waddle, keep your head and chest high. Okay? It might look a bit silly, but trust me, it's going to hammer your legs and core. Particularly as you struggle to keep your head and chest upright. Very, very challenging. Okay, the worm is the inchworm. So, feet here, I'm going to show you right at the edge of the screen. Fingers go down on the walk out. As far as I can. As far as I can. I'm going to get my nose to the floor. And I'm going to inch back up. Okay, you go as far as you can. Don't risk face planting, obviously. You just walk out. As far as your body will allow, you really have to switch on the core, get the glutes, brace, and then walk yourself back. Okay? And then the cobra is all about that posterior chain. So you're just going to do cobra raises there, squeeze, back down, squeeze. And that's something I really struggle with. I've got very poor flexibility from doing 2 bench press-ups as a kid. So I'm always fighting against that. So that's something I really dislike. And again, probably means I need to do more of it. So, there's your 3. Go for a walk anywhere you want. Okay. Ready then. Sit.
Right about now. I'll check it out now. Right about now. I'll check it out now. Right about now. Check it out now. The funk soul brother. Right about now. The funk soul brother. Check it out now. The funk soul brother. Right about now. The funk soul brother. Check it out now.
That's what I said.
Right about now. The funk soul brother. Check it out now. The funk soul brother. Right about now. The funk soul brother. Check it out now. The funk soul brother. Right about now. The funk soul brother. Check it out now. The funk soul brother. Right about now. The funk soul brother. Check it out now. The funk soul brother. Right about right about now. Funk soul brother, check it out now. Funk soul brother, right about now. Funk soul brother, check it out now. Funk soul brother, right about now. Funk soul brother, check it out now. Funk soul brother, right about now. Funk soul brother, check it out
Last one. Scorpion burpees, a single leg burpee. You're trying to bring your leg right over. There's two versions. First, the hard version. Right leg. Drop, bring that leg over, up, switch. If you want to slow it down, you burpee first. Raise, back, up. Okay, so that's the way to do it. To make it a bit more random if you need to. The crab. jack leg. Then you've got the crab walk. The last one. So you're here, but again, if the crab walk is too much, just do it isometric, just hold, yeah? And then squeeze, put your hips as high as you can, then little walk forwards, little walk back, just a little bit, that's all you need. Sets your triceps on fire, it's tougher than it looks, particularly if you're keeping your hips nice and high. Right. There you go then. Slow motion. Okay, scorpion. Seal.
I remember how we felt
Ready?
alive on that beautiful day.
3, 2.
We won't feel that way again. Living life through a tinted lens. No, ain't it funny how we can't look back? See the light with the colors intact. Cause we're always chasing something, but there's no point chasing that. Yeah, it was a beautiful day. I guess that's how we brought it. It was a perfect memory.
And seal.
It was a perfect memory. Don't you forget the rain that fell on that beautiful day. It was a perfect memory. It was a perfect memory. Seasons will always change. That night will never fade. It was a perfect memory.
back to the scorpion. Starfish, right. The bear crawl. Again, because of space, we're not going to go too far. You just take a few steps in each direction. So, bear crawl. Plant the toes, lift the knees. That's your position, not this. Okay? Imagine you've got a tray of fine china on your back. And you're carrying it from one point to another. Don't spill the fine china. The tray's on my back. Okay? Back they go. Not this. Obviously, look what's going to happen. It's all smashed. So keep your knees low. Keep your back parallel to the floor. Okay? Number two, the frog. It's like a plyometric kicking really. I don't like to call it a squat because it's not really a squat. Okay, so your flippers to the floor and up and okay. Plyo hinge. The last one I've got that cool, can be very tough. Essentially the starfish looks like a wide hollow body. So make yourself into that star shape. Firstly, raise the head and shoulders. Okay? Finally, well not finally actually, secondly, squeeze the glutes. Finally, lift the legs. If you do those three things, everything will fall neatly into place, or should. You can easily do it with bent limbs, that's fine, do it like that. Until eventually you can do it really straight. Okay? Right. That's it then. Bear, rock, starfish. Then we've got our last one. Good. Keep it up. Last one. Take a challenge on this one. So we got the salmon, the bat, and the butterfly is the last one. Okay, sounds quite innocent, doesn't it? But it's not. Right, here we go. So, salmon push-ups. Now, 95, probably more than that, 99% of people are going to walk this one. Not even walk it, it's easy, walk is literally walking. Those of you who've mastered the plyometric push-up, like power presses, clap presses, all that sort of stuff, you can do the full advanced version or have a go at this, okay, which is like this. There. Okay, you've got to make sure your form is perfect. hand into the next one. They just act as shock absorbers then. Now, if you land hard, you're going to really know that. You get damaged shoulders and your elbows and your joints. Just you master it slowly. Press up with your hands just leaving the floor. One hand leaving the floor first, then both. I'm not talking right now, this is me talking over this right here. That's your first one. Now the butt you can either do like a pike hold, which is like a really tight downward dog. Basically, you go upside down, yeah? So like this, push your chest through your arms, and hold that position. For those of you who want to, you can do the handstand. Basically, I just want your hips higher than your head, and pushing your chest through your arms. However you do it. Okay? And then the third one, the butterfly. Your butterfly, sit up. Cross it, stable. This one, it takes your hip flexors out. Press your soles of your feet together, bring your hips in. The tighter your hips are, again, the harder it is. The more it cuts out your hip flexors. Hands there. Then it's much harder to keep your hands there because no hip flexor action. It takes them out of it, so it's purely about working on their own. So if you need to throw your arms up a little bit, okay, on that one, that's fine. I wouldn't expect it. And that's what they do in CrossFit. They get the momentum, so you know. Well, that's fine, right? Okay, so your last three is a bit of a challenge. Oh, the Salmon one, obviously, if you're not doing the jump side, I can show you the actual normal version. You can do your press up on the knees if you want to, and then walk over, little more, push, back, push. You're using this distance, so half a metre. Like we've got our mat. We use our mats, one edge of the mat, walk to the other edge, press up at each point, okay? Right. This is where we leave it there. Okay. Right, 3 rounds there to wrap it all up, okay?
I love someone that enjoys your rhythms, not someone that tries to copy into their norm. Push the tempo, but don't hurry it. Treat the legs like a
Well done. All finished. For another quarter. The year the zoo is done. Remember, you will find that easier. Stick with it. The next time you do it, it'll be easier and easier. The 10th time you do it, it'll be a different kind of fish entirely. Stick with it. Have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. See you soon.